Today, Wednesday, August 9th. Today I will use the band analysis indicator to analyze the Jeonju City special arrangement. Then how to do transactions and what is my point of view. The video may be more detailed. Then first see the daily chart. The daily chart is A. We can zoom in on the daily chart. The daily chart is a range of sideways fluctuations that we have seen since the rise from around 1200. Then the highest point of this interval is the 2080 point established this time, and then the lowest point is 1614. Generally speaking, it is A. Generally speaking, it is a situation of sideways range and expansion, so 2080 has downward characteristics, which is important, an important main point, and then the last upward channel. Has been forced and then also in the key main position 19, which is 1909 position is supported, and then similarly its counter position is also. It is also not strong enough to oppose Taiwan. It only reaches 50 backtests, which is the band from 2080 to 1892. Its 50 backtests are almost the same. Therefore, the pullback is not strong enough, and it has the characteristics of upward and downward characteristics, because if it breaks through the bottom, its top part type will appear immediately, and the top characteristics are either top part type or top band characteristics have already appeared. And then we go back to the 4-hour chart, that same 4-hour chart. It's a down channel recently. So in the 30-minute chart, because the 40-hour is a descending channel, it runs in an upward band. The 618 position of the upward band from 1892 to 1987 has been broken, so it is relatively solid. At the same time, it does not stop. At that time, we were at this position based on the direction of Phylong. We did too much on that day, and then it also attracted a small amount of gravity. However, it has been falling since this week. For example, for 30 minutes, it has been going down along the descending channel, so this is Phylong, this band of Phylong, this band, you see this band of Phylong, it still went from 1924 to 1946. This band is that it runs in this 30-minute descending channel, and then this kind of thing that is more like a solitary hero is the kind of single wave, this kind of one band, this kind of general. If it does not have a strong standing group, it will indeed follow the original descending channel and continue to run. Then now it comes to the descending channel in 30 minutes. Today our price moves to the position of the descending channel. At the position of 1932, the position of 1932 has a high probability that it may fall. It can also be shorted at present. Then it will continue to a 5-minute, and 30-minute resonance situation. It is also a 5-minute lower channel. The position of the trend line, and then you see this, the shape of the ratio. Hey, I think this is the last thing to discuss. Hey, we have the band, because if we name the band, we can't just. If we uniformly use wave and wave to name the wave bands, there will be no way to reflect it. For this indicator of mine, in fact, the complete running channel of my home is called Elan and then A. A trend segment with obvious trend is found. Then this small red wavelet is compared, that is, they are divided into 3 paper sections on the same chart, and then these 3 paper sections are also divided. When the time comes, what I will say will be based on this. Let's talk about naming. And then including these, it has the characteristics of top, because the 1932 point is relatively certain, so short selling here is no problem, absolutely no problem. Then this ascending channel has a high stroke because my indicator is. It is run according to the schedule of time. It automatically calculates the channels to be run automatically. Various channels are automatically generated along with the schedule. Then when it runs, we can simply judge the channel it is in. It refers to the descending channel. Then this index channel does not have an obvious strong trend because the point in front of it is the point of the first wave. The point of the first paragraph is 1932, which is about 1932. Then it breaks through slightly, which is equivalent to a false breakthrough. And although this trend, hey, it seems to have some meaning during the running process, but for him, it is just in pullback in the M5 descending channel, which always means pullback. I always understand the meaning. And at the same time, it does not have a particularly good trend, so this range is not of reference significance. At present, it has verified its highest point in the second paragraph of 30,000. Pullback section 2, then section 3, section 3, section 3, this breakthrough point is relatively small, so it also confirms that it is the end of this pullback interval. Generally speaking, it is in pullback in this interval. If he turns off the power again, it's okay to control it now. Then let's check it out for another minute. At that minute, it is already here, and the descending channel is already being generated. Then what we will do later will be backtested based on his power off. Now this depends on the intensity. If the intensity ends, he will conduct a secondary expansion. It is possible to backtest secondary expansion, or reversal, so according to the layout, for example, we are already at this position, and there are already short seats nearby, right? Then we may have a break-even gap here. You can set a break-even loss. Then if he finds that the layout has changed during the operation, we will analyze it based on the pattern of the day and then do it. For example, hey, I will put it down a little. For example, your 5-minute chart has been reincarnated. You have obvious effects here and here. Then it goes up and breaks through. This big one may replace this one. The 3 sections form a new 3 sections because it has quite a breakthrough. It will form a new 3 section. The new 3 section confirms that it has broken through the descending channel of M5. When the descending channel expands or adjusts very low, it will be our intervention point and our entry point. That ends today's analysis. If necessary, you can follow my official account.